are so more dangerous and scarier than you think. Hi everyone, today I want to discuss about narcissists' dullness, which is often overlooked. We hear a lot about how mysterious, magnetic, and wild pathologically selfish individuals are, but rarely about how boring they are. Working with narcissists all the time is boring. Boring and contentless. First impressions of narcissists might be intriguing. They may have many jokes, stories, and other remarks. There may be concepts or points. After hearing this several times, you start to think they're the only things. They seem to keep a list of smart or intriguing things to say and stop when they're done. None remain. Anything gets old after 50 listens. Since selfish people mostly copy, memorize, and repeat, this is especially true. Because of what they say, deeper conversation is limited. Things doesn't matter if they're knowledgeable or comprehend things deeper. Some perceive digging further or asking questions as intrusive and harmful since it implies you think they're wrong or don't know what they're talking about. This worry stems from the fact that they don't always do it, even though the questioners don't know. Narcissists typically ignore, answer in a circle, treat questions as aggressive, or don't answer them. Without the ability to ask questions or seek clarification, people can't communicate. Add that narcissists dislike inquiries and interest because they regard them as a threat, and the conversation can't last and often goes horribly wrong. Narcissists' erratic emotions are the only thing interesting about them, and even that can get old. How many times can you see the same fireworks show or structure explode before it gets boring? This includes good-looking emotional turbulence like love bombing or idealizing. When they realize the narcissist is the only one feeling the strong, emotional emotions they are reading from them for themselves, people realize how hollow everything is. Narcissists are hard to read, don't know who they are, and put on a lot of acts, so they may be appealing at first. Many individuals find them incomprehensible and seek to solve the mystery or understand them. Many are unhappy to realize there's no huge enigma or puzzle to solve. Narcissists who are emotionally absent can be appealing. People upset by not being seen and heard may desire to make the narcissist see, hear, and care about them more. You're trying to change a comparable situation to heal your mental wounds. This is sometimes called repeat compulsion. Someone who felt ignored and unheard by a caregiver may need someone to see, hear, validate, care for, and pick them. This is especially true if they are emotionally unavailable as adults. People often imagine that if they can do this, the narcissist will share their mental wealth with them. A cognitive error called heaven's reward may accompany this childhood illusion. This is when people believe that the harder they labor, the greater the reward. No prize chest here. Narcissists are unrewarding. You've seen everything about this person. A terrible act that covers immense emotional upheaval and slowed growth. An emotional toddler who tries to be an adult but often fails. Nothing unusual or intriguing about this. Many find it hard to believe that's all there is. Their belief that this individual is more than meets the eye lasts for years. Because what you see is mostly nothing. The major reason narcissists are boring is that they lack substance. After witnessing this main act several times, there's nothing else to see. They have little to discuss. They're uninterested like others. They're usually bad at socializing. They disregard others. They don't appear interested in much outside of themselves. Always, the narcissist is the subject of complaints, bad luck, bragging, brave stories, or small conversation. Relationships with pathologically selfish people make people feel foolish and boring. This may seem trite compared to the misery these sorts can create, but adding it to the abuse and gaslighting makes it worse. People need inspiration. They must meet. They must approach. Someone must speak. However, if the other person is narcissistic, these traits may be hard to detect, especially over time. Narcissists rarely wish to interact with others. They usually enjoy bomb and cause commotion, but this is different. Instead, they stare at their phones or play one-player games. They also avoid and don't interact with others. This can be harmful for narcissists' young children who need their parents' attention, as well as their spouses and other people who have been isolated from society and don't have any meaningful interactions. Narcissists often attack others who want to connect with them. Narcissists find even simple relationships unpleasant and dislike having others violate their time and space. People are slandered and harassed for asking narcissists to spend time with them or talking to them. After enough of this, individuals stop talking to the narcissist and, for many, stop talking to anyone else since it's too much trouble. Shame is another major reason individuals isolate. A narcissist can be the only person a person can have essential interactions with. Even when things are fine, this individual is hard to get along with. They don't care about others. Narcissists are like TV people you can't see or hear but can talk to. Even if you inform them, they keep reciting their lines and acting. It's the most aggravating and boring thing ever. Even when they wish to communicate and act properly, narcissists talk about themselves and their moods. Conversations can quickly turn acrimonious, making them impossible to enjoy or settle down. This individual is never trusted, even to maintain their personality or character. Actually, there's no reason to trust that will happen, so don't trust this either. That generally ruins ego fun. However, narcissists usually fight horribly or ignore you, especially as the relationship progresses. Narcissists can have you sit with them for hours without speaking. When working together, people rarely chat unless they're fighting. Fighting may end altogether, leaving humans as furniture in environments where they are ignored. One reason is that narcissists don't care about impressing people once they have a relationship. Another reason is that they have little to give. Their number is few. The site offers little for non-newcomers to the relationship or circumstance. People familiar with the relationship or situation have seen the flashy things. They smelled and heard the meat cooking. They arrived because of such things. They were seated and told the steak was ready. They ordered and it was seized. They want to eat now. They just can't eat it. They can't consume it since it doesn't exist. The steak is gone. Smell and sound are the only things that will bring you closer. When people desire steak or a true connection from the narcissist, everything goes awry. Their meat isn't available because it doesn't exist. Either they tell you it will come eventually or fight you because you want to consume it. You can't acquire it anyway since it never existed. They're giving nothing. The sound and smell may indicate a steak. There must be steak. Smelled and heard it, so there must be one. The narcissist can produce but chooses not to. Similar to what we discussed earlier, people believe in the treasure chest and strive to get the narcissist to share their mental wealth. This is false. Something doesn't always look as it does or as others imagine. A water illusion appears on the desert. Since the water isn't there, walking farther won't get you closer. Several factors make water appear, and thirst amplifies the impact. We believe there is a steak because we're hungry and want one, not because there is compelling evidence. Narcissists realize they have nothing to offer, yet they do it their way. Most of them don't realize how limited they are, but they know a meaningful relationship won't work. It doesn't matter because they don't want one. Narcissists fear closeness and anger at the notion of giving and receiving hurt. Because they don't have anything to contribute and know that narcissists can't gain anything, they may feel entitled. They think this is wrong and get upset when urged to do something. Because they require others to work, we use the steak sizzle and scent as a metaphor. The steak draws them in and keeps them. They are so adamant that they rarely declare there is no steak, even though they know otherwise. They pretend like it will happen soon if you do this, wait for that, jump through hoops, leap over that wall, climb that mountain, and swim that river. Or, they shame and chastise you for wanting to consume it but say they'll give it to you anyhow. They won't hand you the steak or say there isn't a time. They keep doing this perilous balance act of saying it's conceivable but not now or not for you. They repeat the same magic trick. This gets old quickly, therefore it doesn't work as effectively on familiar folks. Narcissists know this. They quit after seeing it's not functioning anymore. You're tired of hollow promises that smell and sound would lead you somewhere since you know you'll never eat and there was never anything to give you. Why bother you? Try to put aside your feelings when a boring narcissist suddenly becomes the life of the party, the kindest person in the world, or the most helpful elf in the room. Each story is old news to you. Their kind and their help has conditions. You realize this individual has little to offer. They don't know because they're still representing others, but you do. Do not worry. It's pointless since things always repeat. The touring circus packs up and leaves. Unfortunately, this sad, one-dimensional clown must wait for another circus to restart their show. No matter what, paint turns out the same. Don't let their failure to perform for you define you. Not true. They don't want to face the fact that all their tricks have been exhausted, so they carry on. It's proof they can't communicate with people on a basic basis. True narcissists are not what they seem. If this individual is your main or only contact, update this immediately. People fail in this environment. It can cause tremendous stress. This ennui is hazardous and hard to handle. Do what interests you. Small discussion with someone can help. You may visit a doctor, join a group or online community, walk to the park, or contact family or friends. Do something. Don't let this individual limit your universe to them. You'll be alone. Their universe excludes you. Happy you viewed the film. Be blessed by the Great Spirit. Enjoy your day.
Super empaths are often revered as the epitome of empathetic individuals, largely due to their possession of a remarkable ability known as the empath supernova, particularly effective in dealing with narcissists. This phenomenon draws parallels to supernova, celestial explosions, marking the culmination of a large star's life, unleashing a magnificent burst of gas and dust into space. Similarly, super empaths, though seemingly depleted and broken after enduring narcissistic abuse, are poised for transformative eruption. Let's delve into the stages of the empath supernova, a formidable blow to a narcissist's ego. Stage 1. Awareness dawns as they recognize the pervasive influence of abuse in their lives. A profound empathetic nature enables them to discern patterns of manipulation and gaslighting perpetuated by narcissists or other abusive individuals. Empowered by their inherent self-worth, super empaths swiftly grasp these dynamics, refusing to endure them beyond their tolerance threshold. This pivotal stage entails acknowledging the recurring instances where the narcissist's words or actions inflicted distress, often dismissed in the face of guilt trips or insincere apologies. They become vigilant, scrutinizing the narcissist's every utterance for signs of deceit or denigration, harnessing their burgeoning star-like energy in preparation for a transformative outburst. Stage 2. Reflecting on the positive aspects of their relationship with the narcissist, super empaths embark on a quest to retaliate. Amid escalating abuse patterns, memories of their bond with the perpetrator resurface. Whether it's a romantic partner, a parent, or a friend, instances of deception come to light, undermining the empath's trust. Initially, grappling with the notion of leveraging this knowledge for vengeance seems inconceivable. However, as we'll soon discover, their innate warmth and compassion wane with time. Stage 3. Empathy gives way to apathy as super empaths grow increasingly cold and hostile. Exposure to toxic narcissists, who exploit empathy to fuel their own egos, erodes the empath's emotional resilience. Gradually, the prospect of inflicting pain upon their loved ones ceases to repulse them. Instead, it becomes a tantalizing prospect. The narcissist perceives this transformation as a victory, believing they've extinguished the empath's spirit, reducing them to a mere conquest. Yet, if confronted with a super-empath, the narcissist is in for a spectacle. The impending supernova explosion looms on the horizon, poised to illuminate the sky like a colossal star. Stage 4, a transformative shift, occurs as the super-empath begins to wield the very tactics employed by the narcissist. Bereft of their usual empathic compass, they venture into uncharted territory, embracing traits typically associated with narcissism. Initially tentative, they test the waters with subtle jabs, perhaps mocking a smudge on the narcissist's attire or deriding their taste in television. Yet, as they experience the exhilaration long enjoyed by the narcissist, their demeanor turns increasingly venomous. Assuming the role of a mirror, akin to the Hyoka empath, they reflect the narcissist's hurtful actions with precision. Armed with intimate knowledge of the narcissist's vulnerabilities, they strategically employ their empathy as a weapon, intensifying their explosive energy. Every memory becomes a potent tool in their arsenal, expertly wielded against the narcissist with unparalleled finesse. On a separate note, if you're enjoying the insights shared in this video thus far, consider showing your support by clicking the like and subscribe buttons to continue your learning journey. It's a small investment with big returns. In the 5th stage, the empath undergoes a remarkable metamorphosis, blossoming with newfound confidence and self-worth. With each display of mental acrobatics that rattles the narcissist's boundaries, the super-empath's aura expands, fueled by their burgeoning stellar energy. Once a mere shell with a flickering flame, they now bask in the radiance of their strengthening fire, rejuvenated with each triumph over the narcissist. It's as if they've been granted a second chance at life, a chance to settle scores with past tormentors. Each strategic victory sparks a surge of exhilaration, propelling them further down the path of self-discovery. They reconnect with their true essence, rediscovering their morals, beliefs, and passions, untainted by the influence of their abuser. A glimmer of hope emerges on the horizon, a future where they're no longer tethered to the whims of a narcissist, where their time and energy are no longer sacrificed in a futile attempt to please. Yet, the prospect of severing ties with a narcissist, be it a family member or a romantic partner, evokes a sense of trepidation. The daunting realization dawns, the ultimate confrontation, the final showdown with the narcissist. They understand that in order to reclaim their autonomy, they must confront the one they once loved, even if it means enduring heartache. As the super-empath envisions a future bathed in happiness and light, they're steadfast in their resolve. This is the only path forward. Level 6. The empath reaches a pinnacle of unyielding honesty and total disapproval. They maintain this unwavering level of empathy until the culmination of the narcissistic rage. At this juncture, the super-empath adopts a demeanor of coldness and spite, shedding their former innocence for a demeanor reminiscent of the very narcissist they oppose. Gone are the days of compliments. In their place are brutal truths, articulating the depth of the super-empath's disdain. As the narcissist's anger mounts, they naively believe they can outmaneuver the empath's impending explosion. However, unbeknownst to them, the super-empath draws upon every fragment of their ego, fortified by newfound confidence and resilience. There's a kernel of truth to the empath's assurance. Their humility and self-assuredness remain unwavering, a stark contrast to the narcissist's fragile ego. They hearken back to their pre-narcissist self, clinging to their intrinsic goodness despite the gaslighting endured. The narcissist's futile attempts to elicit a reaction prove fruitless. The super-empath remains stoic, unfazed by their provocations. As the stage is set for the supernova's grand finale, the empath explodes with a torrent of pent-up emotions, pushing the narcissist's ego to its breaking point. Every fear, every vulnerability is ruthlessly exposed, fortified by the super-empath's meticulous gathering of evidence against the narcissist's defenses. The balance of power shifts drastically as the narcissist finds themselves stripped of their dominance, overshadowed by the indomitable presence of the super-empath. Their wounded pride festers like venom coursing through their veins, rendering them unable to bear any further candid feedback. Confronted with their reflection, they recoil in fear at the formidable figure of the super-empath, who has assimilated their every stratagem, emerging even stronger. Bolstered by unwavering strength and unwavering self-esteem, the super-empath stands as an impenetrable force, impervious to defeat. Now it's the narcissist who trembles, pleading for redemption and promising change, yet their hollow words fall on deaf ears. The super-empath has heard such promises before and knows better than to succumb to their deceit. With a final act of rejection, the empath deals the fatal blow to the narcissist's ego, shattering it to pieces. Faced with rejection, the narcissist retreats, fleeing from the scene, leaving the empath to bask in newfound solitude and safety, liberated from the shackles of manipulation and deception. Stage 7. Once liberated from the narcissist's grip, the super-empath may grapple with fears of losing their empathetic nature. Having displayed their supernova state and escaped the narcissist's torment, they find themselves wrestling with the lingering remnants of narcissistic traits. This prospect is unsettling, as the warmth and love once felt remain elusive, replaced by a sense of coldness and bitterness. Their interactions with friends take on a tone of sarcasm and cynicism, occasionally tinged with hints of control, an apt description of the phenomenon known as narcissistic fleas. The toll of enduring prolonged abuse manifests in the adoption of similar traits, a byproduct of the empathic supernova's necessity. Seeking therapy is paramount for those grappling with the aftermath of narcissistic abuse, as the trauma can linger indefinitely without proper support. For further insight into the dynamic between super-empaths and narcissists, consider exploring interviews with greater narcissists. 8th stage. Ultimately, the ordeal becomes a catalyst for growth and self-improvement. With support from professionals or loved ones, the super-empath gradually reclaims their sense of self. It's essential for them to acknowledge that they can never revert entirely to their pre-abuse selves. Experiences of abuse. 5 secret code words narcissists use. And here's what they really mean. Navigating conversations with a narcissist can feel like deciphering a foreign language. Little did you know, they have their own secret lexicon designed to deceive, manipulate, and assert control over you. In this feature, we'll uncover the top narcissist code words and decode their true meanings. First, let's delve into the realm of self-centeredness. We've all encountered individuals who exhibit narcissistic traits, those who exude arrogance, entitlement, and an unwavering belief in their infallibility. You'll notice their speech patterns sound peculiar, as if they're speaking in a cryptic code. What many don't realize is that narcissists employ specific words to ensnare their victims and perpetuate their dominance. Now let's explore 5 categories of these coded expressions. 1. I'm just kidding. When narcissists want to dodge responsibility, they often turn to humor as a shield. They'll quip, "Hey, I was just kidding," as if your reaction stemmed from laughter, not offense. It's a cunning tactic to evade accountability and deter you from labeling their behavior for what it truly is. Imagine this scenario. A narcissist cracks jokes about someone's appearance, mocking their efforts to stay healthy, especially in front of others. It's particularly hurtful if the target struggles with body image or eating disorders. Comments on sensitive topics like weight can cut deep and linger, causing lasting pain. But for the narcissist, the priority is their public image, not the feelings of others. They derive satisfaction from belittling others and believe their targets lack the ability to handle their brand of humor. 2. That's not how other people think. Only you. When someone tells you, nobody else thinks that, it's a sign of their self-centeredness. By claiming, this is what everyone else thinks, or asserting, no one else thinks that, they aim to isolate you, making you feel small and alone. Their goal? To manipulate you into relying solely on them, disregarding your own feelings and experiences. When a narcissist insists, you're the only one who feels that way, it's a classic gaslighting tactic. They want to undermine your reality, making you doubt your thoughts, sanity, and experiences. It's a covert strategy to control your mind and distort your perception of truth. Imagine you're concerned about workplace bullying. They dismiss it with, you're the only one who feels that way. But don't be fooled. You're not alone in your feelings. The narcissist uses this ploy to assert dominance and keep you under their influence. 3. That's not what I meant. The narcissist has a knack for twisting words, making you doubt your own interpretation. When they say, I didn't mean it that way, it's like watching a slippery eel slither out of responsibility. They deflect blame, leaving you second-guessing yourself. Picture this. Your partner critiques your job, then brushes it off with, I didn't mean it like that. Translation: your feelings don't matter. You're overreacting. Or consider the friend who steals your credit, then shrugs it off with, I didn't mean to. It's a dishonest attempt to shift blame, leaving you feeling invalidated. And when they say, I thought we were a team, it's another clever tactic to dismiss your concerns. They want you to believe that your thoughts and feelings are insignificant, ensuring their manipulation goes unchecked. 4. It's for your good. Ever noticed how some folks have a knack for twisting words to their advantage? They weave a web of apparent concern, while subtly nudging you to toe their line. These covert narcissists are masters of manipulation, often masking their true intentions behind phrases like, I just want what's best for you. But don't be fooled. Beneath their facade of care lies a hidden agenda designed to chip away at your self-esteem. Their strategy: to belittle and undermine under the guise of helping or caring. These words, dripping with insincerity, reveal their true colors, whether they're hurling insults or subtly undermining your confidence. Picture this. You're glowing in a new dress, basking in compliments from friends. Curious, you turn to a narcissist for their opinion, only to be met with a backhanded remark like, that dress. It's not really your style. Are you sure you want to wear it? It's a tactic to diminish your self-worth, leaving you feeling small and uncertain. And it's not just about fashion. They'll cast dirt on your social circles too. Excited about plans with friends. Brace yourself for a dismissive remark like, those people. Not the best company if you ask me. Yet, more often than not, it's just a ploy to isolate you further. Even your career aspirations aren't safe from their meddling. Dreaming big. Prepare for a narcissist to play it down, offering unsolicited advice to temper your expectations. It's not because they doubt your abilities, rather, they revel in dampening your enthusiasm. In their twisted world, your joy is their enemy. They thrive on keeping you off balance and uncertain, ensuring their grip on your psyche remains firm. 5. You're just being too sensitive. Narcissists have a knack for using this phrase, and it's incredibly manipulative. Why? Well, here's the scoop. When they drop the line, "You're just too sensitive," they're playing mind games to make you doubt your own emotions and reactions. Their aim is to shift the focus onto you, making it seem like you're the one with the problem, not their hurtful behavior. They're masters of subtlety, slipping it into conversation so smoothly that you might not even realize it. Picture this. They hurl insults your way and cap it off with a casual "ha." It might seem like a joke at first glance, but in reality, they're testing your response and pushing boundaries. And if you dare to confront them, well, according to them, you're just too sensitive, misinterpreting their harmless banter. Once again, their strategy is to deflect blame and paint you as the one at fault.